Of the EBC News Network, reporting from an undisclosed location in the Atlantic. We apologize for our limited availability due to British attacks on our main station. Due to the surfacing of multiple guerrilla groups around the globe, the aliens appear to have slowed down their attacks and are reinforcing the territories they have already captured. We urge any listeners within these territories to stay safe, as they apparently have large packs of their whale wolves patrolling the streets after curfew. The latest news on the invasion: the U.S. President recently released the recordings by field reporter Kenneth Jameson of a mission to release the prisoners of a British holding facility. With MechaBetty, they managed to free over 500 prisoners, including politicians, military personnel, and prominent members of various high-technology companies. In further news...
Hello? God? Yeah? I am ready to cooperate. On one condition. I want that reporter person to be here. I'll see what I can do.
So are you gonna finally tell me that thing about Bloom? Why all the secrecy?
Well, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that things are more complicated.
Just please, tell me already.
Okay, the other day, I heard Dr. Bloom talking with someone with a strange voice in the radio room. He has apparently been the one sharing the plans for the ship, your super factory, and everything else that's been made on the Eldridge.
Oh, what?
Calm down. I think he had a good reason. Betty?
Is Bloom in here?
No, he's in his room. What's going on?
Bloom! Oh, Bloomy! Bloom!
Yes, Betty? Don't tell me the super factory is broken again.
Did you do it?
Do what? I'm sorry for whatever I broke. I'll fix it, I promise.
Did you steal my inventions? Did you steal everyone's inventions?
How did you find out? It's not what you think. I had to do something.
Then what is it?
I work for a group called Switchboard. They helped me fund my research and only asked I make things to save people. They just wanted to help. But when the aliens came, they asked me to share everything to give everyone a chance. I did it to help save the world.
You could have told us! We could have worked together! Instead, you took everyone's hard work and then claimed credit for it! Did you even invent any of those things? Is everything you ever made stolen?
I did it to help save the world. You know how that feels, right, Betty? I did make some things, like your arms and your legs. I just did what I had to do. If I told Captain Yeager, he would refuse to share military secrets to even our allies, let alone some group he never heard of. He finds out now, I'll be tried for treason.
Betty, please, keep it down. What if someone heard you two?
Yeah, they'd be forced to do this. Dr. Bloom, I'm sorry, but you're under arrest for espionage, sharing military information, and possibly treason. I'm going to have to take you to the captain.
Barkley, wait, it's not...
Oh, I know, I heard everything. But it's not up to him to decide what needs to be done. Think of the long-term consequences of giving everyone these weapons. What if the British are involved with this group? We don't know anything about them and you just gave them everything.
But what about all of his hard work? We got a lot of new weapons from him and this group.
I'm sure that'll help his case. Don't worry, Dr. Bloom will get a fair trial. The captain will make sure of that.
Could I speak to the captain, please?
Of course, though I have to warn you, anything you say can be used against you.
I see.
Meanwhile, in the engineering bay, O'Connell and Armistead found themselves stumped by the mysterious crystalline metal. Despite his trepidation on the strange nugget, O'Connell couldn't help but swept up the Frenchwoman's quest to harness its properties.
The Faraday cage seems to work wonderfully for containing it. But so far, all of my attempts to harness its unique properties have been très mal.
It might be the triggering mechanism. It may be safer to use a wireless control, but the damn thing ends up messing up the signal, so it keeps turning itself off the second we turn it on. Any luck figuring out why it drains 10% of the power?
I believe so. Apparently, the process to make the gems is not particularly consistent. I hypothesize that the structure or imperfections of the gems makes them work on different frequencies, like a radio. The possibilities for such materials are endless. If only we can figure out how to use them. Ah, Mademoiselle Betty, we could use your assistance, please.
Oh, I guess I can try.
Will Kenneth please join me in my quarters?
I'll be back, Betty. I promise to let you know what happens.
Okay, I'll try to keep busy here.
Betty had been barred from entering the captain's quarters herself. Part of her still felt the urge to throw Bloom into a jail cell herself. The others worried that outburst could lead to a good man's execution.
So, what's the problem?
We have a thing.
Thing?
Yes, a thing.
What kind of a thing?
The kind of thing we should lock in a lead case until we have time to examine it, but Madame Curie over here wants to throw caution to the wind and figure out a way to use it now.
Aw, you flatter me.
That wasn't a compliment. Speaking of which, put this lead apron on.
O'Connell here is overly cautious. All of the Geiger counters showed nothing. Betty, imagine it. In this ship, your fusion furnace is like a tiny sun, but this ship is so bulky and slow. What if you could have even a fraction of that power in something like a jet or a tank or
me. The generator in my mech can't keep up in a real fight. But if I had this, why can't we use it now?
Because, for one, it takes a huge chunk of our power when it isn't sealed, power that we can barely spare between flight and all the weapon systems. Two, it screws up any kind of remote device so we can't use it in any strategic sense. And three, did I already mention that it could be killing us right now with who knows what, and you want to put it in your damn saddlebag so you can punch more aliens without taking a break?
Oh, good idea. We could attach it to the midsection here, and a switch for me to use here.
a switch would look garish. You must look magnificent as you go into battle. How about instead if you do a pose? Something both graceful and intimidating before unleashing your full might. It would be so poetic.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds ridiculous. I'm in.
Before we start, I want to say that I understand your motivations were good, but the path to hell was paved with good intentions. Dr. Bloom, you were accused of distributing classified military technologies to an unknown and possibly dangerous group.
Yes, but...
I wasn't finished. You also lied and conspired for this group during a national emergency, possibly endangering not only this ship, but also the United States. You now have two choices as a non-citizen in your services. Either you can face immediate judgment with a military tribunal, or be placed in custody immediately until such a time where we can organize a full hearing.
Hey!
Message for you, Captain, from the presidential bunker.
Hand it over. Just a moment, Bloom. Will Kenneth please join me in my quarters?
What's going on out there?
Nothing you have to concern yourself with. Now, have you come to a decision?
I can get you into contact with Switchboard. They are working on something to win against the mothership.
Mothership? What are you talking about?
The aliens came in one giant ship. Switchboard said someone in the organization found it a few weeks ago. And I think it's massive. They think it holds more than triple the forces already here.
Bloom. What? How?
You needed me for something, Captain?
Yes, You are to report on deck. A chopper will be taking you to a bunker containing a British captive. Apparently wants to talk to you. Try and get something useful out of it. Dismissed.
General Helen, the mothership will be entering the atmosphere in 3 hours.
we can land between 6 to 30 hours.
Why the huge difference?
With a water landing and the size of the ship, if we land quickly, it will cause massive disruptions to the planet, its populace, and the forces we have in those areas.
I suppose slow and steady wins the race.
What?
Nothing. Just a silly story they have as a simplistic social programming.
Of course, ma'am. Slow and steady it is.
Good. And keep at least 10 squadrons on guard during its entry. I'll be in my quarters preparing. Alert me if anything happens. The humans will be brimming with confidence after breaking into one of our facilities.
Of course. But I can handle the bridge until your return.
Deep under Washington, D.C., in the president's own bunker, Kenneth was led blindfolded down its steepest steps. The reporter was not allowed to see anything from stepping onto the helicopter until finally reaching the final step.
Do not approach too closely to the cell. You can ask him whatever you wish, but your first priority is a list of questions given to you.
I understand. Do you have any idea why he asked for me?
Nope, but he has a radio outside the cell. And frankly, you're about the only thing on this damn radio lately.
My first alien fan.
I wouldn't go that far, human. But I do find you interesting and more likely to listen than these barbarians.
Yes. Before we start, can I have your name?
That's those depth soldiers in class.
What do you mean by dead soldier?
They don't understand. My new learner installed English properly. Soldier means trained fighter, correct?
Yes, it does.
And all low-class soldiers are conscripted from those whose families owe large amounts of currency to the banks, correct?
No. Here it is either out of duty to volunteer or a national emergency. Why, do banks run your military?
They don't. Our world is run by the conglomerate and its corporations. I'm very confused.
Let's get back to that later. So, why are the British taking over Earth?
To increase our standing in the conglomerate, to receive full citizenship. When we conquer your world, all our debts will be wiped away, and our people will thrive.
How large are your forces? Are there any more reinforcements coming from your planet?
Reinforcements? You're joking, right? How do you call having a ship with a faster-than-light engine?
Then how did you get here?
On a faster-than-light ship.
But you just said... Is the one you arrived in the only one? Screw it, I'm leaving the rest of the questions to you, Paperboy.
Of course, we were only given one. But you mind if I ask a question?
Yes?
You smell different than most humans. Your pheromones are off. I don't understand.
Well, it's very personal.
I'll answer more questions if you tell me.
I was born different than what I felt was right. Over time, thanks to Betty finding some people, I was able to become the man you see now.
Whoa. You can do that? You can choose without being forced back or killed?
No, I mean, it's complicated. My parents took years to accept me, but there are some that would get angry if they found out.
That's still amazing. I'm envious. Everybody's contrived. I would be like a great General Helen. Yeah, but it's forbidden. I will always be in this form. Human Kenneth, please hide. You will be changed or killed when my people win.
I won't hide. And if you help, then maybe you could be free to be who you are.
There is no victory for you. I am sorry.
Contact them, Doctor. It's about time I had a talk with this organization.
Yes, should be connected now. Hello?
Yes, Dr. Bloom. Do you have anything to report?
Yes. About that, I've been caught.
Good. This is most fortuitous. I believe Captain Yeager should be there.
I am. Bloom mentioned something about a mothership.
Straight to the point, I see. Yes, a massive ship is moving into the atmosphere, approximately 8 kilometers in diameter and semi-spherical. Almost 90% of the interior is used for living quarters and weapon holdings. It could be holding dozens, if not hundreds of millions of British soldiers.
Call Admiral Fairweather. Prepare a coordinated nuclear assault.
I would not do that. It is already too close, and if even half of it crashed into the ocean, it would cause waves large enough to wipe out everything near the Atlantic shores. The debris in space alone would make it impossible for humanity to go into space for hundreds of years.
Then we wait for it to land and...
Either irradiate the ocean, or their thousands of saucers could destroy the missiles.
Then what do you suggest?
In exchange for Dr. Bloom's safety, we will help you win once and for all.
I'm listening.
What is Switchboard's plan? Can I possibly stand up to the full might of the British forces? Why has President Van Dyne made all the donuts in the bunker's break room? Those were for everybody. Just because it's the end of the world doesn't mean you can be rude about it. Find out on the second half of the Adventures of MechaBetty! Season finale!